our flying objects. In the beginning, we observe bumblebees and colorful petals. We still small and fascinated by the flies enjoying themselves in the sugar bowl. After them are sparrows, which we shoot with catapult. Later on, we keep canaries, and this way we learn to love the animals. The first sexual act we associate rightly with the nightingale, and maturity with the regular feeding of the pigeons. Finally, there are only eagle owls. We sit offended by the window, and everything alive brings on a rabid fury.
The wild things. I'm eating 1,000 different hams in Katowice. Nothing is being taught in the Polish estate today. I look out the window of the estate and see 12 moose. They are grazing on the playground. What is a moose doing in this estate? I don't know. I didn't know there were moose in Poland, especially here near all the spray-painted signs for GKS Katowice. GKS Katowice is one tough football club. The moose should just get out of here.
9 holes. 9 holes of my mortal friend. Few of them descend, but at last 2, it is best not to mention at all. Why should someone sensitive puke on the floor? Every hole has its special assignment. They are all connected to each other and also to me. For they are my mortal body's 9 holes. And the most important information, one who sees them exactly loses the public respect. And another information, one who sees them exactly is afraid of his own shadow. And at the very end, one who sees them exactly exists no more.
The mountains of Beskidy. There is a little mountain inn on the mountain called a karczma. There are sheepskins on the walls and studded wooden chairs and gorale playing mountain music. We're eating żurek. Żurek is soup with kielbasa and a hard-boiled egg. It has a secret stock, and we dip our homemade cheese and ham sandwiches in it. And then we're off again. 6 more hours of walking the trail of sharp rocks. My toe is going stiff. I have a stiff toe that needs extra padding. There's a scientific name for my stiff toe, but I don't remember what it's called. When we get back into the little town called Ustron, it is filled with the old looking for spas and miracle cures. The old of Germany, the old of Czech Republic, the old of Poland. They are walking with Nordic ski poles through the streets, trying to warm up their bones.
Portions. For this bad day, which has just begun. For this, one shall to the kiosk after the well-known thing. For this triumphant homecoming with the well-known thing in the dustcat's inner pocket. For those first so pleasant buzzings from within. For this depression caused the following buzzings, which are no longer so pleasant. For this recovering anew, for surviving, however. For this, there is a little left. For this, one shall again to the kiosk after the well-known thing. And in the end, for this, that's even without reason.
A land of forgotten trees. You are more beautiful than a lifted orange umbrella. You are more beautiful than a lifted orange umbrella when it is not raining in a dry riverbed somewhere near Valencia. You are more beautiful than the woman who opened the door to low-cost Valencia in her nightgown and red henna all over her coconut hands. What is beauty? What am I even talking about? I'm going to go eat some nougat that I got from a lady in a place called Real Shopping Center, where they speak Polish like chainsaws in a land of forgotten trees.
True friends. Sometimes it is women with a false diamond in the ear. Other times, gossiping spouts or failed politicians. There came often to my uncle's house a priest in company with professor in corpse conservation. They played poker and drank peppermint liqueur. They had good time together. I also knew a man who chose loneliness. He had a passion for silence and vermin crawling on the walls. When he died, he bequeathed his body. He was a huge man. He lasted many months.
The future. In downtown Katowice on Mariacka Street, we met a woman on stilts. We were in a pub called Kato. Kato had well-designed street art inside its plywood walls. It was a makeshift pub. I drank my cold Polish beer. It was very fizzy and sweet, and I held it by the handle. The Polish ladies around me drank their beer with long blue straws. Some of them had a thick, sweet syrup added to their beer. In other words, the men were men, and the women were women, mostly. After my beer, we went inside the plywood pub, and I saw a large mural. It was a makeshift mural in a makeshift pub. The mural was a big bear with a mug of Polish beer. It said, "Bear with me," in English. The young woman on stilts walked by, and everyone got out their smartphones. I don't have a smartphone, but I have an iPod. It is only 5 megapixels, but I took some pictures. Shortly after the clicking of smartphones, a gray-bearded man walked by. He had about 7 young people behind him. He yelled into the megaphone in Polish. In Polish, he said, "The image is the future. The image is the future." He said this many times and waved his arms like he was flying. Thanks a lot.